Innovative.
The WB Morning Show, hosted by The Real Young LA and Cool Ass Cam.
Hello, it's your boy Young LA, The Real Young LA, and I am with my fam.
Cool Ass Cam. Yes, sir. Welcome to the WB Morning Show. Hope y'all ready for the wake and bake.
Hey, this could be possibly your first time here, and shit, it ain't nothing but a conversation over a blunt like I pulled up on the porch with you, man. I like to chop it up over the chopsticks, man, and we like to get a little closer with that mimosa. You know what I'm talking about? I got a special guest in the house. I'm gonna let him go and introduce his motherfucking self.
Oh, man, what's the deal, man? My name Eli. Born and raised in Compton, man. My real name Kevon. Everybody know me as Eli, though, since I was a kid.
What's funny is, I say this, and I've been saying it, 220 episodes later, everybody from Compton, when they come in, that's part of y'all setup. Nobody never say you could be, a good, my auntie even did. She came in, they always say, I'm spit boop boop from Compton, California. And I always like that, so let's start right there, man. Tell me 5 things about Compton, man. Why is the hub city everything to you?
5 things? That's a hell of a hard question. For me, what I seen, man, when it's unity, bro, it look good.
Facts.
But I can honestly say too, when it ain't, it's bad. But and the city got a bad stigma, but we got a lot of good that come up out of there, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of talent, a lot of love at that, but 3 to 4 more things I could say is family, for sure.
Yeah, that's one good thing about Compton. Compton people always stick together, you know what I mean? So that's
sure.
dope.
Especially when it's necessary.
For sure.
We got our downtime.
Yeah. We like to just focus on the positive, man.
Yeah,
feel like that's why you got a bad stigma, because everybody like to post the bullshit about Compton.
Yeah.
So now they be like, oh, man, I don't want to go there. But like I said, if you grew up there, it's always love.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel too like we don't really got a lot for people to come see, and I feel like we need more of that. But if we get that, bro,
So what's one thing that you would love for Compton to get that you think would bring more people and show more love to the city?
Just tourist type shit.
Like what type of thing though? Like what y'all want a beach? Or a nigga want to add a beach to that motherfucker? What type of shit you think would be dope in Compton that'll bring the folks?
I mean, it's a lot that I want, bro, but at the same time, too, like, it got to be safety first before anything.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like, we can have a lot, but we got to be able to handle it. You feel me?
Nah, facts.
But, like, skating rings, just a lot of different stuff that...
I was growing up in Compton, it was always that skating ring right there. I felt like by the time we grew up, it was already closed.
Yeah, for sure.
But I heard people had some good times and there was some bad times in that motherfucker. Yeah. I could only imagine.
We don't got nothing for the kids. Like, we need something that the kids...
So my thing is basically what you think is it could be so many dope things that you could bring, but you just want to make sure if it's too open to the public, get too cracking, everybody come at once, and it might not be a good thing like that.
Nah, not that it ain't gonna be a good thing. It's just... It's like we run shit down, I say, bro. Like,
got you.
I don't want to wear it out. Like, but I
feel like LA the same way, but it's certain spots where we just blessed, kind of like, hey, don't do nothing up here.
And that's
like
what we need.
Park
we need more of that.
You know what I mean? We trying to get the King Parade like that. You know, that motherfucker been the battle of the cities or the ghetto forever, but if we could get the King Parade like that, that'd be dope too. But yeah, we kind of just put the blanket over it, like, man, this is for the good people.
That's just consistent good turnout, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
where it ain't, like when you there, it's a safe space. Like, y'all good, ain't nothing gonna happen. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be able to make it back home. And that's all that matter at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. But let's talk about the wins and losses, man.
Oh, man.
Or was it wins and lessons?
Yeah, wins and lessons.
Even better. So yeah, break that down for the good people, man. What is that, and what does that mean to you?
So that's my nonprofit organization. I started in August of last year, so this coming up on my first year up and running.
You did a lot in a year, man.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody be telling me that. Some people don't believe that it's been a year, but
yeah, I wouldn't have thought you was gonna say that.
Yeah.
So that's even doper though.
So basically, our dedication is to the kids of incarcerated or deceased parents, but shit, any of the youth, bro, that's what I've been locked in on. Like,
Yeah.
that's my purpose, and that's what I've been, staying faith driven on for sure.
That's dope, cause my pops died when I was early, so
Okay.
you know what I mean. I feel like that's
Yeah, for sure.
gotta
It's
help
needed,
people.
bro.
Yeah, it'd be
It's
times
needed.
where you need somebody to holler at or need
Yeah.
some help, and you don't want to ask nobody. You don't want to look like that type of person. But if you can lean on,
And a lot of us
organization,
raised,
something like you, yeah.
by either a house full of women, and that's where a lot of the emotions come from that a lot of niggas don't understand with a lot of the so-called YNs. But then you raised by grandmas, grandparents.
yeah,
Like, you don't got that two-parent household, and that should make a big-ass difference.
yeah, you get to see both sides of
Yeah,
it. It's
for
a
sure.
feminine thing you need to learn, and it's a masculine thing. When you
sure.
learn too much of either one,
Yeah.
it could be a imbalance.
And I feel like for me, that's pretty much why a nigga turned to the streets. Like, even though my mama always was a
Yeah.
hella fine mom, she was
Yeah.
always gone. So a nigga was
You
just
gotta
free
go to
do
work
what he-
to make everything make sense. That's
Right.
what I always say. If Pop's
was-
gone,
Yeah.
Mom's at work. It gives
Nigga
you
was
that
free to
just
do
that
what he
much
wanted
free
to do.
time. Yeah.
Even though a nigga also was like a lot of kids that in today's time they don't go through is back then a nigga had to grow up fast. Like you had
Yeah.
to basically you had a lot of responsibilities as a kid, which
For
you didn't
sure.
really know how to understand. But
Yeah.
now it's it's more kids being able to be kids and they just choose not to.
Yeah, it's a whole different world now,
Yeah, for
man. I feel like they got a lot of stuff we didn't have, and
Yeah.
I bet you the people before us felt the same way too.
Yeah.
So it's just all part of the game, man.
For
Just
sure.
watching the cycle, but it's dope that we able to help down and
Yeah.
reach up and help the youth in whatever form.
That's my
They
biggest
said if you
thing,
can
man.
help one person, you did a good job, man.
Yeah.
So
I always
know.
say shit. Two people out of 100 is good for me. I know I can't
Yeah.
save everybody,
Come
but
on.
shit, as long as I could get a couple young niggas to go the opposite way, I'm cool with that.
Man, if I
Did
can't
my
save them,
job.
I always send them to the big homie guy, man.
On the
And
real.
you can handle it, man. I know I
Yeah.
can't handle everything, but
Yeah,
yeah,
for
two
sure.
people out of 100, all you need to do is help one person. You
Yeah.
did a good thing. So I remember we had Spank on here,
Mm-hmm.
and he was telling me about the event y'all had coming up. I didn't get to hear about how it went and everything. So break that down. What you and Spank did,
Well,
and
that was
how
my
it turned out.
man. That was a hella fire turnout. That was probably like my third or my fourth event, but that was my Christmas in Compton event where I do a lot of shit at the Compton Airport.
Yeah.
I got real good ties with my folks up there. And,
Yeah.
we probably had like 4,000, 5,000 people turn out, attendees.
So that was one of the things that they
Yeah.
come to Compton to see, man. They
Yeah.
got at least to come check the
Yeah,
airport
for sure.
out
And
too.
that's something I've been trying to bring is
Yeah,
like
you
that
working
unity.
it, yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, so break it down though.
So basically, we gave away probably like 4,000 toys.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's dope, man.
Man, anything I do, I always try to give away, like not just for the kids, but also for the families, the parents.
Yeah,
And we gave away like a couple thousand worth of like different household items. I think we gave away shoes.
oh, man, they
always give-
chasing down Kai Sinat. They need to be trying to chase you
Man.
down, man. I could say 4,000 toys,
Yeah,
man.
on the real, man.
I know it wasn't 4,000 kids there.
Yeah, I ain't
So
gonna lie.
you let
they
people
doubled
get
and
a few
tripled up.
toys.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I
sure,
mean?
For sure.
That's fly, bro.
Yeah.
I hope you feel great about that,
Yeah,
man.
for
I
sure.
feel dope just bringing you on and you able to say you did that,
I'm
and I wasn't
appreciative,
even
bro.
there. So I hope you feel dope about that. Yeah,
Nah, I'm
ghetto
appreciative.
Santa.
Like you
Yeah.
said though, bro. At the end of the day, that I don't take the credit for none of this shit. Man.
Yeah.
That's all God, bro.
For sure.
And a lot of people don't know, like, with that event specifically, bro. Like, I ain't have $1 for that shit. Like, it's just me being able to have the relationships that I got, bringing everybody together from different organizations.
Yeah.
And we all made it work. I
Yeah,
ain't
that's
gonna lie.
dope. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. 4,000 toys.
Like, it was a lot of shit though. I ain't gonna lie. I had so much different, and I always give away everything I do. Always free. So all the food free. We fed probably like 3,000-4,000 people. I had one. I don't know. Shout out to my boy Brandon with Oh My Burger, but he gave away 1,000 meals just
Yeah,
off
shout
him
out to
alone.
My Burger. Yeah, these are good
on
peoples,
real.
man.
That's
If you
my
ain't
bro.
ever slid through there, and got right, man. Y'all stop at Old My Burger right there in Gardena, man.
He was the first one that came and was like, bro, I got 1,000 or whatever. Like,
man, you know, real niggas do real shit, man. And we gotta highlight that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They be seeing the viral videos with the donut burgers and shit, but it's a good guy behind that, man.
For sure. And he
good.
hands down, bro, like no bullshit. And like I said, man, big shout out to bro, but he don't ask for nothing. Like, even though I push it, he like, bro, I'm doing it with you for the kids. Like, it's all love, for sure.
So what made you come up with that name, Wins and Lessons, though? I feel like it's a dope name, but how did that come together for you?
Shit, it actually started when I was in the pen. I ended up doing 6 years in the pen, and I done told this story a grip of times, and I be trying to, you know, come in about it a different way, but I was literally laying on my bunk, bro, and I just was, you know, thoughts processing over the years, and I understood that everything that a nigga was going through, or all my trials and tribulations, wasn't a loss. It was more so like I learned from all that shit, and if I don't learn from it, I'm gonna continue to do the same shit.
It's only a loss when you can't learn from it, then it turns into a lesson. That's what I always say, so that's why.
On the real.
You get to preach that concept on them there.
For sure.
So you got a clothing brand that go along with it too?
Nah, not well. Yeah, low key. I started it, but
we
I
ain't doing nothing low key, man. Come on.
I ain't pushed it all the way yet.
I started on, man. I think it was dope. I seen it.
That was a collab.
You gotta think the concept behind it alone could sell. You know.
Yeah, everybody been wanting to rock with it. I ain't
so you like to build up the anticipation. You want to have 100 niggas waiting outside the door for you. Let one of them get some, huh?
I ain't gonna lie, they was rocking with it. I mean, I rocked with it. So if I like something, you know, I'ma always go with it full throttle. But
man, I got my bro Cam in the cut. What you think about that name, Wins and Lessons? I know you got some that align with that.
Oh yeah, man. I feel like that could be a lifestyle for some people, you know.
Sure.
Like so that's definitely good branding. I wanted to ask you. I know you got you say it's a nonprofit, right? Have you worked with any other organizations, like just to kind of see how they operate and be able to apply it to what you do?
Yeah, that's crazy to ask that. I was recently working with an organization called Whole Systems Learning. I learned a lot from them, bro. Like, basically they gave me access to their space where it's basically like, I think it was like 12,000 square feet or whatever it was. They had different like situations for the kids. So we had like the podcast studio where we teach them that. We had the music studio, like with the full engineer, all the shit. The game room, it was different stuff, and me being in that space and learning and watching how they programmed with the kids, and then me bringing in a lot of kids myself, I was able to see like, okay, the kids really need this space. But that was always one of my biggest goals, is to start my own space.
Yeah, do something like that.
Yeah, so you know, we ended up parting ways. They ended up laying me off and shit, but I understood that was part of my journey to learn from. Like, man, take what you're gonna take from it, and you know, build your own shit.
It had its time. It served its purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember growing up in Compton. It was a building for the kids. It was like, I forgot the name. I think it started with a Y. You remember that?
What's the name? YMCA?
No, not the YMCA.
You probably talking about. No, you probably. It got to be that's probably like the only one.
No, it was another name. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it was like.
Where was it at?
I want to say off Rosecrans and Central. It was like in the back over there.
I think I know you're talking about behind the shopping center?
Yeah.
On the other side?
Behind the shopping center.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I forgot the name of it, but it was something about the kids and shit. When you're growing up, it's kind of something like to that.
A lot of us we ain't had that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was either sports or us finding our way. Like, we ain't had no safe space.
Wasn't no middle spot. Yeah, like the YMCA was even a cool spot because you could go play basketball, caroms, certain shit. You might even meet new friends up there. But
But my thing been trying to like bring something, like even me learning from them. I just know when I do mine, I know how to add more to it, and I'm so involved with the youth that I understand the shit that they like and want.
Right.
So I know to put that in there to where. This how I program, bro, when I look at it. When I used to wake up to want to go to school, I ain't want to go to school. Like, nigga, fuck all that. But actually, that's what I'm actually trying to do, is start my own school, my own academy. And understanding like shit. When the kids wake up, it's like shit. I can't wait to go. Feel me? That's the vibe that I want, bro. Like I don't want no kids to feel like I don't want to get up. I don't want to go. Everything there for you. Like it's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. So you want it to be just so catered to where when they can't wait to go to school. Everybody getting perfect attendance type shit.
Exactly.
What's some of the things you think of being in your school that separated and make people want to come to school?
It's been a lot. I got a long list, bro. But I know like right now, like even with my kids, I got 3 sons myself. But the gaming shit is heavy, and what I learned about the gaming shit is like the kids, they stuck on it, but we look at it like I ain't gonna lie, I be fussing at my son now, like damn, get off that game. You up there, he on the game till 5, 6 in the morning. You feel me? But I understand it's a way to make some money in that shit too. Yeah. So if I could bring that to the table and teach you, you know what I mean, and give you all the game as far as that.
What is it, streaming?
Coding, the gaming side of things, like it's just a lot, bro. That I understand. Yeah. And it, you know, if you don't got the knowledge of how to make the money on it, you'll just be continuing to do it for free.
Yeah. So it's like you just want to give the kids that little like launching pad, so you come through here, learn this knowledge, and you might be the next biggest person.
On the technology side, right? Like growing up, I remember we had commercials for the schools like the RI, the ITT Tech, all that type of shit, right? They non-existent now. People got degrees from there, and they couldn't. But you know, like I was one of those kids that wanted to learn those types of things. So to have like a space like that, I feel like that's definitely something that would make them want to come, you know?
That's like real quick too. Like even when me talking to you off the camera, like you telling me you had to learn and figure it out yourself. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't teach yourself, you ain't gonna learn how to do this shit. So if we bring it to the table for them, I feel like it expose them to it to where they even got a shot. Like,
exactly. Like
you might not want to, but try it, because it might be something that you fall into, and you might be the best at that shit.
And a lot of times too, let me add, kids may be into it because they watching it all day, right? Watching YouTube, watching videos, but they just may be camera shy, or they might, you know, certain things like that. And then those are the type of things that, you know, you can help them with too, because now they being sociable, they being around.
I done had that happen with a couple of my youth for sure. So that's facts.
Is there any rappers you look forward to working with and bringing out and try to get a part of your situation, maybe that you know the kids, bring the kids through?
That's crazy you say that. I was just talking to one of my boys the other day. He got a dope organization. Shout out to my boy Tyrone with It's Bigger Than Us. But
shout out.
He got something going on where I've been wanting to rock with Lil Baby real heavy in his org, and how he got, you know, he got the city and the youth and everybody behind him. I'm big on trying to grab the people that the youth fuck with, bro. Like I don't want nobody like, you know, and there ain't nothing against nobody. Like the old heads or, you know, the people that they ain't gonna really know. So like I've been going to go grab streamers and all that. Like my last event, my Build Different mental health event I did, I had my boy Jay Cinco, like one of the streamers, the kids.
That's actually like family. I went to a baby shower and met him, but
shout
I
out
realized how
bro.
big he was. I was like, God damn, this nigga go crazy for himself. Then I figured out he was from Compton too, and I was like, oh yeah, that's even dope.
And that's what I be really trying to do, is keep it Compton for the most part. But, you know, sometimes it get, you know, people be busy, but I try to make sure I stick within the city. But I'm learning too though, bro, that a lot of people been telling me like, bro, you bigger than Compton. Like,
and I always think like it's like even like you say, Lil Baby, maybe, you know, he been helping out in Atlanta and in certain parts of town, and maybe one day he just want to say, you know what, let me reach back to some you know, some people in Compton one day, but they gotta have the person to go through,
have a bridge, right? You could be that bridge that connect Compton to the world and the world to Compton.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know, I feel like the kids always look at you different when you brought Lil Baby to the ghetto and shit like that, and then to somebody they be using it for clout and all that, and you really just doing it regular, and you like, guess you never know who I'm bringing through next. So
and I got a lot of good relationships, bro, and I be learning. Like at first I was the type of nigga that you couldn't pay me to really ask no nigga for nothing or talk to no nigga, but I understand this my brand, this what I'm pushing.
Yeah.
Like you either with me or you not. Like all I'ma do is ask, all you can do is tell a nigga no.
It's like with music, you come in as a street nigga and you end up, you need to be an artist because in certain situations as a street nigga, you like, I ain't going over there to talk to them.
Yeah.
But as an artist, you gotta shake all that and walk over there with your hand out and meet a friend.
And even with that, I be seeing like, man, I ain't no ill intent towards nobody, but like, I do everything for the kids. So if I bring something to the table, it's like, shit, bro, fuck what I got going on. Like, it ain't me. Like, come do this shit for
bigger.
the kids.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me?
No,
like,
I know
they
what
want to
you
see
mean.
you. Feel
Well,
me?
they say, can you come do this? And they be like, oh, well, this is what I charge. And you like, hey, bro, I'm just keep it 100. I'm really doing this for the kids.
Yeah.
If you could get, make work with me on that level, we can make it make
And I didn't
sense.
deal with that. But I understand, niggas got their own kids, their own families.
Yeah, some people don't always feel like that's their play. They looking for the bag and, salute to them. But you got to, stand on your
sure.
mission.
You ain't lying about that.
And doing give backs and giveaways, I always realize that kids is kind of probably the best play because they the future, you know what I mean? So I done went downtown, Skid Row, and did all,
me too.
But I feel like when you give to the kids, it changes them in the future because they could grow up and it changed their trajectory, you know what I mean?
For sure. And they really like, all the shit that's going on now and how we see the kids or the quote-unquote YNs and all that, like, they the next generation, bro, so they follow in pursuit. You feel me?
Right.
And if don't nobody get a hold of them in some kind of way, somewhere down the line, like, it's gonna continue. Like, it's gonna just be a long line of nothing but bullshit.
Yeah, and I feel like it is like a gap in between the talking. Sometimes what the older people saying might not always land. And then sometimes the older people gotta listen to what the young people saying so they can understand too. So it's a big old circle, but that's dope that you doing what you doing, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it ain't often that you meet people that want to give back. I feel like everybody.
And then for me too, bro, it don't be like, I don't be wanting to get just stuck in people feeling like that's all it be. You feel me? Like I really mentor too. Like I play a big part. Was trying to start my programs and shit now, and really trying to get the kids comfortable and vulnerable with talking about the shit that they go through because they don't understand what trauma look like. You know what I mean? Like they don't understand.
Sometimes
what that shit is.
we grow up and figure out we was going through some shit and we just barely understand.
And I just had a conversation yesterday, bro. Like the only reason I know about a lot of shit that I go through because I do therapy. So I'm able to see they able to bring shit out of a nigga that I wasn't even aware of.
Yeah. So speaking about that therapy, how important do you think it is for black men or men in general to do therapy? But I'll say black men because I feel like you tell a nigga to do therapy, they down there cuss you out. Like, nigga, what you mean? Nigga, what you got? A problem with it?
That's fucked up that it's like that, but
it's just mental health. You know what I mean?
And
I'll let you speak on that one.
Yeah, mental health real. For me with therapy, bro, that shit critical. Like, you need it. It's like mandatory.
How often you think you go to, when it's just for somebody in the back, they say you need it, they might think you go once a year, or how often is that?
There was a point in time where I go like every week.
Come on, man.
Like, but I do understand too, financially everybody ain't there also, and that shit do cost. Like, you feel me? But like you was talking about earlier, like time. That's all you really paying for is people's time. You feel me? But at the same time, bro, it's like I understand that shit is like needed. Like I ain't gonna lie, if I didn't have it, I still kind of be lost in the sauce. I still, like my mind is still, I wouldn't have the perspective that I got right now.
Okay, so just to dig in that, what's one thing you feel like you took away from therapy that you could give to us, and we can have a gem from you?
Like don't be afraid to talk about the shit that them traumas are the shit that you really went through that really bothered you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I can see what you mean by that because it's easy for somebody to be going through something right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And don't say nothing. You know what I mean?
And that's major within our community for sure. Like people scared to talk about that, or I say for us as men, like we don't want to get looked at as weak, or you know what I mean, or give somebody no access to.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Your information.
Yeah,
they say when you vent, it can go out different ways. You know what I mean? So
and then that's the worst thing too that we think about, but I don't be giving a fuck about. Like
sometimes you just gotta get it off your chest. Huh?
Yeah, and then too, like if you do, you kind of think like the negative of it. Like, damn, this person might throw it in a nigga face later. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's why a lot of niggas bottle shit up.
I mean, to a certain extent, you gotta have somebody you trust.
Yeah,
And in this world,
that's hard though.
it is vicious.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean? That little
That's
dot,
right.
you know, that little circle you talking about is a dot,
Yeah,
man. But
everything.
shit, yeah. They always say if you have 5 good friends, you had a lot.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I used to be like, never.
Yeah.
As we grow up,
And
you
then,
know,
but
start
that's
realizing that.
crazy. You talk about the circle of friends. Like for me, I'm big on what Nip was saying, bro. Like Nip spoke on like if your circle, if everybody in your circle ain't inspiring you, then you got the wrong circle.
You in the cage or
Yeah,
something.
on everything.
And I was like, damn, that is
Yeah, that
heavy.
shit was deep because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, y'all all supposed to inspire each other, bro. Y'all all
Yeah.
supposed to uplift each other. All that, tearing a nigga down, we ain't doing that.
Nah, hell no. Yeah, that's deep right there. If we happen to pull up on you and you had a podcast and you can ask us a question, what would you want to know? And who you want to ask first? Out of me and Cam.
That's dope. I like the way you did that. That was dope. That was some dope shit.
Nice
for sure.
transition, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I asked both of y'all the same question, and y'all just kind of
Hopefully you don't do that. That's why we say that.
Oh,
because
so
you
separate
can,
questions.
you can though, but I
Yeah.
always say somebody end up saying, "Well, he said what I was going to say,"
Yeah,
so I just
okay.
want to
That
add
makes
one.
sense.
You know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I asked you, bro, because you more. It seemed like you more so probably, as far as LA wise. I don't know if you gang bang or you came from that, but
I mean, I grew up in the ghetto.
Yeah.
My name Young LA because I moved around so
Yeah.
much. So I
But
lived in all that, but I never gang bang.
okay, that's dope. To be
Yeah.
real with you, I commend a nigga on that
I
too.
appreciate that.
But as far as with trauma, bro, how can I ask it? And I ain't even trying to get super deep, but what's the trauma? And you ain't got to speak on details or nothing. But what's the trauma that you went through that you feel like that you went through back then that you feel like now you learn from, or you seeing shit that go on now where you like,
Well,
damn, I wonder. I
my
see
big-
why I went through that.
Yeah, my biggest trauma would be my pops passing away as a young dude. I feel like when you're young, you don't know how to understand it. You know what I mean? So your feelings is like it's like it was your fault or something. So you had to get through that, and then just growing up, I used to just take anger out of with under that type of situation. But I say now, just thinking I wouldn't never be who I was if he wasn't being here, because what I went through is what made me. So it's like you got to take the good with the bad with everything. You know what I mean? So
You got kids?
I don't got no kids either.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope though. That's dope. Especially knowing that you went through that, you understand it.
Yeah, so my mom's had me at like 17, so we grew up together. So by the time I got old enough to have kids, I wasn't about to have another kid young. So
Yeah.
now that I'm thugging enough, I'm like shit. I be talking to the homies and everybody be having baby mama problems, and I'll be happy and everything. I'm like, what's going on? I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I ain't seen my kid in 6 months, and I just be like, damn, I don't know how I could handle that. So
Yeah.
I just
Is that kind of like? And I ain't trying to get I said
man,
super deep. Like, do that make you feel like
See, it's
kind
your-
of?
I'm on
like
your podcast now. You get to do what you want.
Do that kind of give you like a fear though, bro? Like of you being somewhat thinking like it's a possibility that you could be a failure to the kid. That's probably why you ain't.
No, that ain't even a possibility. There's no way I could be a failure. The only thing I could be is I could get into it with the mom and something come up, and then my mind change on how I would move now, because it's a certain situation where I wouldn't deal with. So if you want to play the game with the child, I'll just let you win already. So in the child life, I would be losing, but I know if I fight and all that, I would be making it even worse on the child. So my thing is just would be what's best for the child, and if it's for me to fall back and just do what I gotta do to keep y'all straight financially, but not try to get in.
Yeah.
Cause I know you ain't trying to let me, do that. I'll just fall back. And I know
That's
in
dope.
the kid's life, I don't think that is great, cause they don't understand money. They just understand time.
Yeah.
But I just have to wait till they grow up and explain it to them on that end. But yeah, that's
dope that you said that. And my thought process went immediately to how I dealt with that. So
yeah.
like me understanding, I couldn't stop fighting as bad as a nigga didn't want to.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, man, I got to just
Yeah.
because I feel like it's necessary. But at the end of the day, a nigga gotta protect his peace by all means necessary.
Man, and when you realize that, you start
Yeah.
moving different.
Yeah.
When you protecting your image or your ego, you move a certain type of way. When you
Yeah.
just protecting your peace, it's a different type of a move. So
Yeah.
to some people it might be a loss because they watching you.
Yeah.
You didn't play that right, but
Yeah.
for your peace, you won. You go home, and get some good rest, wake up, and take care of your business.
Because at the end of the day, if you ain't right, shit, ain't nobody gonna be right.
Hey man, we
Yeah.
can start right there and then put a period right after. So what you want to ask my light skinned twin over here, man?
Just from us having a little conversation we had already, bro. Do you feel like you learning or taking the time to learn the shit that you learned had a lot to do with your past in a way?
I could say it had a big part to do with it. Like I was a TV kid and a video game kid, right? Like I was in the house, so I'm either watching TV, movies, or I'm playing video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
that's
type of
why
shit.
I asked too. That's
So
crazy.
that's why I say all the stuff you was talking about what y'all teaching kids right
Yeah.
now, I'm like, that's so dope because I was one of them kids at one point but didn't have nobody to teach me that type of
Yeah.
shit, you know?
Yeah, that's dope.
But definitely I feel like now when I started learning how to podcast and do the interviews and all that,
Yeah.
it's like, it's kind of reliving my childhood back to like this is the stuff I grew up watching, but now I'm able to do it with, you know, the people that's doing something too,
Yeah.
you know? It's crazy.
Have you ever, I ain't gonna say felt the need, but have you ever kind of wanted to give back in that aspect?
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
I feel like it's necessary because you never really I feel like you haven't really learned something until you're able to teach somebody else how to do it.
Right, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And
I asked that though because we're gonna lock in after this. But
Oh, yeah, for
I feel
sure.
you have a lot to bring to the table for the youth that I deal with for sure.
Yeah, and if I can help in any way, I love to be hands on and
facts,
just I can help post it and whatever, pull up, and pass out some backpacks, make the little kids laugh.
Yeah.
Might buy them a little ice cream or something, keep the game going. But I being
I
a
like that. I
kid in the
appreciate it,
ghetto,
too.
I could tell where the gap is. Sometimes you just gotta feel it. You know what I mean? You ain't even gotta have no. You ain't supposed to. It ain't even about nothing. You just filling the gap and going about your business. You know what I mean? You get your bestness on the back end.
Yeah.
Some people like if I get it, you seen me do that now.
Yeah.
You fuck with me more, and it ain't about that. It's about doing it and going about your business. So that's how I move with that shit.
That's dope. I appreciate that too.
Um,
Got you.
I'm talking to my peoples now just to let y'all know. I know obviously y'all can see we are not in our regular location. So I just want to make sure we shout out to my bro DJ Eveready in the Kairos Lounge. If y'all haven't been there, y'all need to come. Cam, tell them what they need to do.
y'all need to come down to Kairos Lounge for all the festivities.
Yeah, man.
Everything that's going on. Y'all done seen the flyers. Y'all done seen everything that's going on. So now
Lord.
y'all get to see it on camera.
Yeah, I for sure was at Kairos 4 times this week, all different events and keeping it cracking. But yeah, we was in this motherfucker. But yeah, we want to shout them out. Y'all go follow them. Stay tapped in. Come to one of their events or shit. Tap in with Eveready. You can do your own event. But yeah, we just want to throw that in there real smooth on them, man.
Yes, sir.
If you was on the island, you could only play 3 artists. What you listening to for the rest of your life, man?
That's dope. Damn, that's a hard ass question. Nip for sure. Nip locked in. Damn, I gotta have some R&B in there. I got an old soul, but it's so many people to put it in the top 3 is difficult. But damn.
Well, at least you know you want some Nip in there. You
Yeah,
talking
that's
about-
guaranteed
for sure. On the R&B side, how you coming, man?
Damn, that's hard, bro.
Shit, you
Off the
got
top of my head,
serious.
off
Yeah.
the top of my head, like some Jagged Edge.
That part. Maybe at the heartache on this island going
They're
up.
feeling it on the
yeah,
real.
I ain't mad at that. So what's the third one? How you gonna end it off, man?
I'll do a female, bro. I don't even want to say no new shit, but the vibes is good. I say like summer or something, bro.
Yeah.
Just to keep me,
Keep it-
mellow.
Yeah, when a nigga want to switch the tempo up for a second. That's what's up, Cam. What you think about that top 3 right there?
That's a solid 3 right there. Give you a little mix of everything, you know.
And I like how you went different, you know.
Yeah.
Got your different breakdowns. We all got moved at certain times. Feel like niggas be thinking we niggas just put the NBA young boy every day.
Nah, that's
and
how
we
we
ain't
ain't
coming
doing
like that, man. But we want y'all to hear that. But yeah, that nigga came summer on y'all. Y'all wasn't even ready for that.
I wanted to say Tim's, but you're on the island, you gotta have a little Tim's, but you know.
Yeah, that might Jamaican vibes and things. That's what's up, man.
On the real.
If you could look in there and tell somebody that's watching the camera right now that's might want to work with the youth, what would you tell them? Go look in the camera. What would you tell them?
You said somebody that would want to work with the youth?
Yeah, it's like they got that bone, they got that itch in them, like they want to work with the youth, but they haven't took that step. What would you tell them?
I'd say, bro, just go follow your heart, like, and with me personally, like, I move everything off of God. Like, I pray up, I ask Him which way He want me to go with it, and you know, I just follow pursuit, bro. So like, if it's something you really want to do, sit down with Him, have that conversation with Him, and just lock in with it. And that's pretty much what I did. Like, I said fuck it one day, bro, and put my all into this shit, and it been paying off. And I can't give no credit to nobody else but God, on the real.
That's what's up, man. So yeah, before we get up out here, give them all your social medias, how they can catch up with you, stay locked in with your next events you got coming up, and all that good motion.
My personal Instagram is Wins and Lessons _LI. My nonprofit Instagram is wins.and.lessons.
Excuse me, sir. You know.
Yeah, nah, y'all can tap in though, man. Anybody that, you know, want to collab or want to work in any kind of way, shit, we can lock in.
I be trying to smoke in the cut while they doing their thing. Every so often, this motherfucker hit back. I tried to hold it. Motherfucker held me, hello. But yeah, Cam, take him home like only you can, man. Lay back in that Maybach, man. I'm trying to pull the curtains and let the sun shine in, Jack.
Tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and the WB Morning Show. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
Hey, we want to appreciate you again for pulling up, being patient with us, man. Took a nice drive. Chill with us, man.
I appreciate
We
y'all,
ate some
bro.
good Burger King this morning.
Sure.
And
Take a
held
nigga
it down.
back.
Yeah, I'm talking about nostalgic sausage croissant sandwich, man. Y'all don't know nothing about it. Go do it. They got the 2 for $5, man, for the win. And it's like that. But yeah, share, subscribe, like, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's free to do all that, man. Go to YouTube, type in Innovative Culture, subscribe to that. And then podcast, you'll see all the WB Morning shows. I think we had like 225 plus episodes or
That's
something.
big.
So yeah, y'all just stay locked in and for the win. We right here every Monday like it's motherfucking Sunday because it's a fun day. Hello.
The real young LA, cool ass Cam. WB Morning Show. WB Morning Show. WB Morning Show. Yeah. WB Morning Show. Yeah. Cup of coffee in my hand. Remote sitting on a nightstand. Clicked on whole vibe on demand. They talking what you post on the gram. From the hustle to the homies in the van. Stories from the city they understand. Monday blues, they flip that. Turn your weekday to a chit chat. Big fat WB